In this video, I will show you exactly how you can transfer Pokemon from any generation up to the current generation 9. To do this, you will need to have a modded Nintendo 3DS and you will need to have the PKSM application. To achieve both of these things, you can check the description where you will find a step-by-step guide showing you how to mod your 3DS, and you will also find the link to a GitHub page which will contain a QR code. You'll then want to come into FBI and come down to remote install, scan QR code, and then scan the QR code from the rear camera on your 3DS. Once you've done that, you will see PKSM on your home screen. It may take a few seconds to show up, but once it does, you'll want to go ahead and open that up. Now, one thing you want to bear in mind here is that generations 1 through 3, if you want to do this from a cartridge, you will have to dump the save file first. There is a number of different ways you can do this, though we aren't going to go over them in this video, as I imagine most of you will be doing this from the virtual console or from a ROM file, and we'll cover both processes today. So once you've opened PKSM, you should see a screen similar to this one. Now we're going to cover the process for generations 1 and 2 first. Now, assuming you're doing this from the virtual console, you'll want to click VC games there, and you should see a save file. You should see a list of your games. On this occasion, I've only got Pokemon Crystal, but that should be fine for the demonstration. So I'll press A on that, and then A again, and that will load up our save file. Now, if we click on storage, we will be able to see our boxes. Now, I've actually already moved the Pokemon up, which was Cyndaquil here, just in a previous attempt when I was recording this video, and sort of messed it up. But yeah, all you would do effectively is you would press A and just move it up into the storage box, and then press A again. Once you've done that, press B to come out, and then press the icon on the bottom corner there to save. Now, once you have the Pokemon that you want from your generation 1 or 2 games into the storage box, you can then come out. And what we're going to do now is we're going to cover the process for generations 4 and 5, or if you're using a ROM for generations 3, 1 and 2. So you'll come back up to here where it's, press B first, and then you'll come to where it says 3DS games, and then we're going to press X, and we're going to go to MISC, and when it says extra saves here, we'll press these 3 bars. Now we're going to find the game, you'll want to look for the game that you want to do this for. If you're doing this for a generation 3 or 2 or 1, you'll want to click on GB, GBC, GBA here first, and then you'll see the games appear. Now, if you are doing this for generation 4 or 5, obviously it'll be on DS, which is what I'm going to be doing on this occasion, and we're going to be doing Pokemon Black 2. Now, if you already see your save file here, then great. But if you don't, you'll want to press A, and you'll want to find your save file from your SD card. If you are using Twilight Menu, which I presume you will be, you'll probably find that in the ROMs folder. There'll be a folder called NDS, and then saves, and then you'll find it within there. Now, once you've done that, you'll want to press B and come back all the way back to the first screen, which you'll see here, and then you'll want to press Y, and then go along and find the game that you want to do this for. Again, obviously, if it's generation 1 and 2 or 3, you'll want to select this first. Now, as you can see, my save file is here, so we'll press A and then A again, and then we can load into that. Now, from here, the process is pretty much the exact same. So we're going to click into storage. We have our Oshawott in the box here, which we are going to move up. And we're going to pop that there. Now press B and then press A to save. the icon again to save. And there we go. So we now have our Pokemon from generations, well, we've got Pokemon from Pokemon Crystal and Black 2. So now I'm going to show you how we transfer these up into generations 7, and then from there to generation 9. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to come out of here. No, I'm not sure why it's doing this. Apologies, had a small technical difficulty there. But what you want to do is press Y to come back to this screen, and then we will select Pokemon Ultra Sun. Now you can do this with any generation 6 or 7 game. I'm just going to be using Ultra Sun for the example here. Now, what we're going to want to do is come into storage here, and we shall find our Oshawott and Cyndaquil. Now, what we want to do is all the Pokemon that we want to transfer up to generation 9, we want to put them into their own box. So if we just press the R on here, come on to box 2. I've got an Abra already in here which I want to transfer up. So I'm going to select Oshawott and Cyndaquil and pop them in there. Now, press B, hit save. And again, icon in the bottom corner. Right, now that's it. We're done with PKSM, so we can come out of here. And what you're now going to need to do is you're going to want to come into Pokemon Bank. Now, if you don't already have Pokemon Bank installed, I already have a video which will explain exactly how you can download and install it and set up your Nintendo Network ID account. Regardless of whether or not you've had one in the past, you can still do this as of January 2025. So if you haven't already got Pokemon Bank installed, you will want to go and watch that video first, get that installed, and then come back. So once you have Pokemon Bank, you want to open that up. And if it is the first time that you're opening it, you will receive sort of like a number of prompts to accept like the terms and conditions and the EULAs, etc. But we're just going to allow it to sign us in. And eventually you will come to a screen with a number of options, though it has not yet appeared for me just yet. Right, so you'll eventually come to this screen, and you want to select Use Pokemon Bank, and we're going to go over and find Pokemon Ultra Sun. And the servers are quite slow, so probably just because they're quite old now at this stage. Right, so what we want to do is find our box. So we've got our Abra, Oshawott, and Cyndaquil. So we'll move those up, and we will press X to save, and that's going to upload the Pokemon to the Pokemon Bank servers. Now once that's done, it will disconnect us, but we will want to reconnect again. I'm assuming you want to put these up into generation 9. So what you want to do is you'll want to come down to the third option, what says Move Pokemon to Pokemon Home. And you will also want to start up your Nintendo Switch. Now, I don't have a Nintendo Switch to hand to actually demonstrate this part for you, but I should be able to explain it adequately enough. I'm going to come down to the bottom here and click begin. And we want to find our box. So we can see our box here. We've got the 3 Pokemon that we want. Now, we are going to actually move the full box, but I'm not actually too worried about that. So we'll select the box that we want to, and then we will press Y, and then we will select yes. Now at this point, you will want to open up Pokémon Home on your Nintendo Switch, and there will be an icon that says move, and you'll want to select the Nintendo 3DS option. That will generate a code, a 16-digit code, which you will just simply type in here in the bottom. You will press OK, and then the Pokemon will transfer across. It's as simple as that. But that is pretty much going to cover it for this video. If there is anything else you'd like to see me cover relating to the 3DS or Pokemon, just let me know in the description down below. If you could also subscribe to the channel, I would really appreciate that. But I will catch you all in the next one.